Fellas, this is one of the most insane runs I've ever had. The whole thing was a roller coaster, bunch of ups and downs, and the amount of RNG that saved this run was actually crazy. And at the very beginning, I actually do a lot of resets until I get certain items that I need, like a claw, a 3-pack of balloons. 3-pack of balloons rarely happens, those are really rare, but of course this is the run, so I got a rescue claw and a cannon, which is actually pretty nice. I'm going to be using that pretty early. I'm going to be saving the milk for later. Probably for Alpine, and if I don't need it in Alpine, I'll use it for Caldera, because Caldera is perfect for milks. And there's a slight downhill here, so the cannon is pretty nice. I think I just go a little bit farther. It's not a whole lot, it's a minor thing. But there's a few luggages up close. We got, in this map, it's really good. We got 2 orange luggages that are right when we start climbing the actual mountain. And of course, like usual, or not maybe usual, this commentary is going to be pretty raw. I'm basically doing this all in one take for you. Let's see how well it goes, but yeah. In here, I'm hoping, oh yeah, for sure, I'm really hoping for at least 2 claws. And then I could get 4 uses out of it. Energy drink is really good. Messed up a tiny bit there. I want the energy drink because that's the item I prefer to use most at the beginning of routes, so I already have that. And then this luggage, usually I don't get anything. A good quick food is nice because there's a bunch of little climbing I gotta do there. And then, yeah, we're gonna keep going. At parts, it's gonna look like I'm not, or I don't even have any stamina at all. But when you see that red flash on the stamina bar, you're given one more lunge, one final chance lunge. That's what's, yeah. So we've already, oh, I forgot I got this here. We got our 3-pack of balloons. Usually in a decent run, I only need 1. Like 1 3-pack, I'll use it in kiln, and we're good. And I'll pair it with the yellow shroom. You'll see soon. But yeah, so we have used the rescue claw 4 times. We have 2 uses left. I plan to use one at the beginning of routes. And this short is already done because the rescue claw is just actually crazy. This is probably where we use the rescue claw the most. Just because we're able to reset here a lot and we can, you know. It's where we want the rescue claw the most. We keep resetting until we get the claw and then we use it. And yeah. Now beginning of routes, we got a vine to quickly slide on. This is a slightly older patch, so they still have the vine sliding. They recently patched that like a week or 2 ago or something. And this is where I use the energy drink. It's really nice on a vine, and then climbing this bit, I kind of need, you know, the energy drink. And then getting that red Shroomberry was super nice because that gives me that shield effect. And that shield blocks almost all effects, I think. I don't know. I think it might be every single one. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm stealing the yellow shroom. That's the one that gives me the... Oh, wait, hold on. I'll tell you in a second. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, that happened. Yeah. Uh-huh. And this is the world record? Yeah, tell me. Jeez. Yeah. It gets crazy later on. That will fix this. Trust me, just you'll see. You'll see. But yeah, how do you steal that purple Shroomberry that gives me a quick lollipop effect? Now, anyways, yeah, using the rescue claw here. There's a vine I'll slide on. Without a big old vine. This is a crazy vine. And that yellow Shroomberry, well, I was gonna say, it gives you a tornado effect. Ooh, and that lasts maybe, I think it's 15 seconds. And pairing that with a balloon will send you pretty high up, like fast. Like to fly normally, you need just 6 balloons and you start going up. And the balloons are stuck to going up 100 meters, which is about like a little less, a tiny bit less than a third of kiln. It's like basically a third of kiln. But paired with the yellow Shroomberry, it takes a lot of RNG away because you only need 1 3-pack. And you'll go up faster, like I think twice as fast as just 6 balloons on you. And of course, you'll go those 100 meters before the timer of the tornado effect is gone, which is 15 seconds. So, yeah, you'll see me use that pretty soon. I usually like to use it in kiln, but I may or spoiler, I may or may not use it earlier. But yeah, this wall here is kind of crazy. It doesn't look walkable, but it is. It freaking is. It's very steep, but it's like the perfect angle that it's walkable. And this was a pretty bad route, as you can tell. I had it's a pretty bad mess up. It's like maybe a 20-second time loss. I'm not sure, something like that. And yeah, I messed up putting the Shroomberry in my backpack. And we got 1 balloon. Yeah, keep track of how many balloons I get. Just remember. Just keep counting and counting. You'll see later. But we are Alpine. Usually a good time to get in finishing routes is like low 5 minute. Like 5:15 is like preferable. And guess what? I'm 30 seconds behind that. Yikes, dude. Like, that stinks. We don't like that. But here's our first luggage into Alpine. I'm really, really hoping... I should have taken that heat pack. But I guess that's... You know, obviously, you're watching a run that I didn't need that. Or, you know, I didn't die. So I didn't need it. But anyways, I'm really hoping to find a Claw in that white one. Or this brown. And we got nothing. I've got a pretty bad set of items. Because I'm not getting a luggage... until like the middle of Alpine. Like the next luggage is a whiles away. Now I dropped that single balloon just because it'd be too annoying trying to keep it, and I just like there's a good chance I won't even need it. I guess we'll see. But yeah, so preferably I like to use the Shroomberry and the 3-pack of balloons combo later in kiln. But I'm forced to use it now. Now, I kind of messed up a little because I didn't have much motivation for this run with that bad mess up. I was like thinking like, oh, I'm gonna quit this run, restart any second now. There's a little spot I like to use the chain. Sometimes it dips a lot more, but it did not. So I wasn't able to slide, so I gotta keep going. But yeah, I prefer to do this earlier, actually. Like right where I use the chain, I prefer to do this there. But... And if I do it there, I land directly... The balloons will pop now, and then I can go and get that brown luggage. But since I used it a little bit late than I wanted to, I just skipped it. It was probably gonna have like a freaking some crap like a piton. You know, I don't need that. Here, oh, the climbing is pretty satisfying, a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit. But now we got this orange. The run will end if I get nothing good. Oh, yeah, bro, that is like a last chance pull. If I got nothing there, or even if I had a lollipop or an energy drink, I probably would have quit because those they could have kept the run going, but I would have need something from. I just passed the brown luggage. I only sometimes get it because it's kind of out of the way and it's right next to a geyser. If I need an item, I'll go and look, but it's just a hassle to pull that. This is where some satisfying climbing is happening. That piton there is perfect. That's the final use of the claw. But that was a pretty good Alpine, mainly because I used the Shroomberry there. Now we're getting the milk out to use for Caldera. I didn't mean to drop the milk. I meant to drop the heat pack. Oops, oopsie poopsie. Little oopsie daisy accident by me. But from being probably like 30 seconds behind to now just 4.4 seconds behind of my last PB, which was 15, almost like 15 minutes exactly. And I messed up again, taking a decent route here. If I have I take this route if I have a chain going into Caldera. But my mind, like I said earlier, My motivation was low for this run because of that crazy mess up. I was thinking this run is gonna be bad. But obviously it wasn't, so just keep watching. Getting, yeah, 2 mixes are really, really good. If I only had 1, I would skip it using it here. And then yeah, milk is crazy. Blocks all effects, or almost all, I don't know. I'm not sure what it doesn't remove, but it's basically everything. And if you cook it, you get a little bit more time of having that shield effect, which is also pretty crazy. Now if I only have 1 milk, this will be the path that I will be taking. And if I have no milks, oh yeah, I would burp, and then yeah. Now the Caldera would be pretty bad. There might be a chance that I would reset. Maybe if I had really good pace, I would keep going. Because funny enough, my PB, the 1502, which is what my timer is comparing to, I actually had no milk. But I did have a rescue claw in that run. And we're heading towards the end of Caldera already. Nothing on my person except the flare. All we have left in the game is, I guess it's kind of a lot, but 8 luggages. 8 luggages and that's it. I guess that's still quite of a lot actually, because there's a lot in Caldera. There's 5. Freaking 5 luggages. 3 of them are white, 1 are orange, and 1 brown. That's a pretty good roster. Nothing in the orange. Rescue claw, a cannon, a singular balloon. I'm gonna drop it because like it's useless. Oh, I get another one. Oh, I get another 3-pack of balloons plus 2 singles, and I'm freaking out because I just dropped my single, and I would have had 6, which is what I remember when I said earlier. 6 is how much you need to gain flight. So I'm like freaking out, like, oh man, I just messed it up. Yeah, I used the cannon. Actually, I almost fell off the bridge. I angled it slightly off. But so we got 3 luggages left. If I find a single, I'll have, you know, 6 balloons. I can go up pretty fast. There's 2 whites and 1 orange. So I have a little bit of a chance to find any little bit of balloon. I don't think I mentioned this, but I should mention this. A 3-pack of balloons is about I think it's like a 2% chance. I think it's the 2nd rarest item in the game, behind the Pirate's Compass. I think that's what it's called. It's an item I don't ever need because, you know, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But a 12:31 kill entrance, we're 8 seconds ahead my PB. And my PB, I used a Shroomberry. So it was a really good kill. It was like a 2-minute 5-second. So I have to like beat that. And I get nothing in the first white luggage. Oh. Yeah, I was freaking out. This is the 3rd 3-pack of balloons in this run. I'll be lucky to get 1. Trust me, I'll be lucky to get 1. But getting 3? Ooh. But yeah, I used it now because if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to make it to this orange crate with just the 1 use. I forgot I did that. I opened it while I was flying up, grabbed the rescue claw, and still kept flying up. The timing on that was crazy. Not sure how I pulled that off, but I did. And yeah, getting that rescue claw just saved the run. Because we had 1 use left on the first one, and then yeah, if I got nothing in that orange crate, run is over. There was so many of these last second pulls that were crazy. Like the 3-pack that I just got and that last white. Because if I got nothing, run would have ended. Because I would have 1 rescue claw and that wouldn't be enough to get to the orange crate. So yeah, I'm freaking out because the RNG is crazy. It is crazy. I will tell you that. And this was live streamed. I don't stream a whole lot, but I was streaming. Some people watch this live. They're the real ones. They saw greatness happen right in front of them. But yeah, world record before this was 1450. Didn't think I was gonna get it, but 1434. I was genuinely confused because I never ever get RNG like that. This game is very nice to me sometimes. But there you go. That's it. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, or I'm gonna hunt you down or something like that. I wanna, yeah, this helicopter I'm in Peak. Yeah, I wanna fly to your place if you don't subscribe. Nah, I'm just whatever. You can do whatever you want. No, you should. Okay, bye. Whatever.